Hey guys, what is this? What am I filming? What is this? This is... Wow, you thought I had this set up before I hit record, and then I didn't. Oh my gosh. I'm live, and I'm about to sneeze. Bless me. I swear I had this all framed and ready to go, and then for whatever reason, YouTube made me like reorient it, and now here we are, struggling to get back in the frame. But yes, there, we have done it. We are professionals doing professional things like going live. Thank you, Lori. I don't know why I've not sneezed all day, but apparently now is the time. And let me see if I can get in here so I can actually read the chat and not have to like hope that I catch it when it pops up on my deal. Oh, it's doing that thing where it won't let me click on it again. Why is it so weird? I don't know. How's everybody doing? I like honestly, you think I'd have all these like little like hiccups ironed out by now, considering that I've been going live every single weekend for like the last month and a half. You think I'd have it like hammered out, but nope, nope. We're just gonna do this and explore the fun ways together. I hope everyone's having a good time, a good night. There we go. For whatever reason, I can't like click on it when it's on my channel. I have to go to like the little like subscription page and then see it, and then I can finally click on it so I can read the comments. So much work. Actually, what I should start doing is start scheduling these so that I can enter the live before it starts. Like, you think I would maybe get on top of that since I've been doing it at the same time, but you know, here we are. How are you today? We're gonna make some ribbon bookmarks. I finally got some stuff in. I don't know if you guys saw. Today I put the video up. I got a bunch of stuff from BB Craft, and one of the things I got was specifically so we could do this live that I've been wanting to do for a while, which is to make these little ribbony bookmarks for books. But I didn't have the right pieces, so like it was pinching all of my ribbon because I have this little tiny one. I think this is fun. It's gonna be fun for the beading girlies. It's gonna be fun for the junk journaling girlies. It's gonna be fun for all of the peoples. All of the peoples. Because now I have the parts. Although ironically, I got the parts so I could use this black ribbon. This one here, which is what I use for this. And this is now too small. So I have either ends that are too big or too small, and it doesn't fit this one. But don't worry, I have other ribbon. Hey, Albert. So yeah, we'll be fine. I'm just gonna give up on the idea of using this very nice black satiny ribbon, and we're gonna move on to other things. I have a spiderweb ribbon, which is pretty cool, and I have some of this like dusty thrifted black velvet ribbon, which I will dust off as we go. And that's basically all you need. You need the ends, you need the ribbon, and you need the beads. And whatever charms are necessary, not the trash from your tiny trash can that needs to get emptied out. Aw, hey Amethyst. Welcome home. Thanks for stopping in. So I got a bunch of bat charms and stuff. This is going to be the last. This is not a charm. This is going to be the last of the stuff I make for my vampire jewelry collection. I'm going to make some bookmarks, and then we're going to wrap it up and be done with it because I've really been dragging butt trying to get it done. And, yeah, it's time to end this process. I'm ready to move on to the next set. So I have some crimp beads in here. We're going to need that if you're using beading wire, which I will be using. You can also use head pins for this, and I'll do it both ways so you guys can see what it looks like. You don't have to use beading wire if you don't want to. I'm so sorry. Now I have allergies. I didn't have allergies. I literally just walked from my bedroom to my living room to start recording this, and I have allergies now. So we're just going to deal with it and keep going through them and try not to sniffle the entire night. So, I think I'm going to make these like paperback book size, because that's a good general size, and they'll still kind of fit in most like junk journals too. Because most junk journals are like in the 5x7, 6x9 range, so this will work. Um, do I have a paperback book? Ooh, I do. I have my tear out book of book page, so that's what I use for reference. It is standard paperback size, and I feel like I'm looking for something, but I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, head pins. I just said that we could use those. Okay. Is that ribbon got the bendy stuff down the edges? It's fully wibbly. It's fully wibbly. It does not have the bendy stuff on the edges, so it is wire-free now you done messed me up. It is wire-free ribbon. Words are very hard. I was going to say ribbon. Wibbly really took me off guard. That's adorable. I love it. Yes. Wire was the word. But honestly, I like the bendy stuff. Bendy stuff works too. So what do I do first? I'm going to tell you guys right up front, this is not my tutorial. Okay, I learned how to do this from Rosanna over at In Rose's Garden. And when I finish like the live, I will add her stuff to the description box so you guys can go check her page out. But if you are watching this live and you want to go check her page out, it's In Rose's Garden. This is where I learned how to do this. I didn't come up with this on my own. Much smarter, craftier people did. Isn't wibbly a great word, Lori? I think wibbly is stops. So we're going to make a couple of these. So what you want is enough ribbon to hang out a little bit over the edge. Just a little bit, but not like a lot of it, because it's going to be like all cattywampus. So I'm just going to eyeball it. I feel like this is a good amount of ribbons. And then I don't need this anymore. So we'll just cut a couple of these. How's everybody's night, though? Like, are you guys having a good time? If you guys haven't seen it yet, I am collaborating with Lori. She's in the comments over at PewDiePie Designs, and we're doing the Paper Doll Brawl, and she just posted up her episode today, and already my brain is, like, ready and raring to go, and the only reason I didn't record my video was because I knew I had to do this live, like, right after. So I was like, oh no, give yourself a break before you go to the live so that you're not all burnt out by the time you start, because that's no fun. High on painkillers. Well, that's very fair. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I'm really having a lot of fun with the Paper Doll Brawl, too. It is, it's fun because I'm getting out of, like, my regular comfort zone. I don't use paper dolls very often. And when I do, I'm, like, trying to figure out how to make them look like they belong in places, because I feel like they don't look like they belong anywhere, which I guess is the beauty of it. But like, I've used them before, I just don't use them very often, so it's fun to like challenge myself in these ways and do some different things. I don't know how much of this there is. But we're gonna use it. Okay, Albert, your spelling is uneven, okay? So, inventory, there we go. Inventory again. That's bogus. Blech. I really need to fix this little mini trash can. Okay, so we got some ribbon ready to go. We've got these little ends. These are like normally traditionally for leather and stuff like that, but they're gonna work for ribbon. And then I have some super glue. And in Rosanna's video, she cuts these little spikes off. I tried that earlier and was unsuccessful. I do not have the chompers necessary for it. So there is like a concern about like it maybe possibly tearing your ribbon. This is really sturdy ribbon, and the velvet is also very thick. So I think we're gonna be okay. So we're just going to put a little drop in of the glue. And that's just to like keep it from slipping out. And slide that in there. Make sure it's nice and lined up. I'm going to get it started by pressing with my fingers to get it like mostly all the way closed. We're going to semi-shut this little Venus flytrap. I have glue on my finger already. And then I'm going to take my little pliers and shut it the rest of the way. Apparently I had more glue in here than I actually needed. You only need a drop, honestly. And I apparently put more than a drop because it's all over the place. Yeah, it's going to work out really nice, though. Oh, I'm sticking it to myself. Hold on. This is how not to do bookmarks with Priscilla. Let me get a little paper towel to catch up that extra glue, because what a menace. I am glad that you're home, Amethyst. Surgery is bogus, but hopefully it's all for the better, and then you're going to be feeling better in a couple weeks. Alright. I'm just going to make sure that we are definitely holding on to this ribbon, because the last thing I want is for this to come, like, falling apart once I put the charms and stuff on it, and I will come back and scratch off this glue later. Or I'll do it right now, because I'm thinking about it. Ooh, I just got that glue everywhere. I'm glad that you're enjoying the glue journey. This is stuff where I just shut the camera off and I wait until I'm done having an episode. So you guys don't actually have to watch me struggle with glue and, you know, how I feel about getting glue on my fingers. So yeah, you're getting it live. There's paper towel stuck to my finger right now. That's what we're dealing with. It's part of me. Yeah. It is part of me forever and ever and ever. So, moving on. We're going to do the other side and hope that maybe I can control myself with this glue a little bit. It would help if I was, like, watching what I was doing, right? That's, I think, what happened the first time, was I was not watching. I was just doing. What am I buying my new craft mat? Well, you know, Lori, I would like to do it sometime soon. I have been single-mindedly destroying this one, so that I can say it definitely is time for it to go. I did set it on fire recently, so that was nice. These are burn marks. So maybe, probably next month. Probably sometime next month I'll buy another one. Although I'm supposed to not be spending any money for the next month, because I'm going to Witch Fest in May, and I want to have, like, some money for that. But if you want to contribute to my craft mat journey, I have a coffee page you could just go buy me a coffee on. Dang it. Oh, the Witch Fest is here in Austin. It's going to be downtown. I very rarely go downtown, but I will be going for this. I'm very excited for it. Thank you. I have done my wrist in again. I have absolutely done it in again. It's not super bad. Just a little bit of, like, weakness earlier, I noticed. I did the next bit of my Goddess Jewelry series, and I spent like an hour and a half doing some beading, and that kind of, like, did it in. And I should have maybe taken a break at some point. Why did I cut all of this at an angle? Like, I was purposely trying to not do this well. But yeah, I should have taken a break at some point because I knew my wrist was hurting. But then I was like, nah, you're fine. And then by the end of it, I was like, you know what? You really can't hold the pliers anymore. So Wah, wah. Here we are. I know, I know. I will definitely be very mindful because I also would like to get a crack at some of these videos for my next challenge so that I could post it because I've had all this stuff written up and ready to go. I just haven't sat down to make the videos. So I would like to be able to do that, and I can't if I have to take a break, and I don't want to keep pushing it back forever and ever and ever. I probably could have done this a little bit before the live and had it all ready to go, like with the magic of TV editing. Oh, I stuck it to my finger. It does, but it'll be okay. It'll be fine. It's a normal thing. So we will get through. All right. Hold off on this one so we can do some of these bigger ones. But yeah, it's I am looking forward to Witch Fest. It is going to be in downtown Austin, and some of my favorite people are going to be there. So I'm very excited for it. But I really do need to get a new craft mat. This is atrocious. And I could flip it over and use the other side, but the other side is also dingy. Ooh, these ones are a lot harder to like pre-bend. Can we do it? How did I get glue into the crux of my finger? Ooh, and then I just knock it right out. Yes, I did have a long talk about that man on my Patreon. Okay, here we go. But some of my favorite authors will be there, and I will get to attend their workshops. I'm very excited about that. Proper squeeze. All right. I'm just putting like the tiniest drop in here and still managing somehow to get it everywhere. So, you know, if you never think you're not multi-talented, you may surprise yourself in new and exciting ways, especially when adhesives are involved. Sorry, this requires more focus than I originally thought it would. So I'm not being very entertaining. I did see your story today, Amethyst, about the March Mass Make channel hop thing. I'm very excited for that. Looking forward to that. Oh, hi, Lizanne. You haven't really missed much, so you're good. Welcome to the live. I hope you're having a good night. I am losing the battle against super glue. Thanks, Lori. These are sturdy little pieces. I was not expecting them to be so stout. Oh, that'll be fun. Yes, exciting. What's my Sunday plans? Well, I have to debate on whether or not I can make enough videos to launch my challenge, or if I'll just be settling and making a storycraft video and putting the challenge off till the next week. So we'll see what kind of mood I wake up in. Look how glue covered my finger is. I swear I'm putting just one little tiny drop of glue in here. And then I think I have to do one more video for Patreon for this month. And then I will be all caught up. I do have some Happy Meals that need to go out. So I have to make those. Ah! Wait a minute. No. It is it is super busy. Honestly, I was thinking about it last week because since I started doing these lives, like for me at my job, Monday is my busiest day of the week. Like I just have a lot of like stuff to do on Mondays. And then usually the rest of the week is like all down here, downhill from there. We're just gonna wait for those other two because this was a struggle, and I'm really tired of being covered in glue. Um, but yeah, the rest of the week is pretty like downhill from there. Like so Monday is a very busy day, but by Tuesday I get really exhausted. Like by the time I get home, I'm like a empty vessel, right? Like I have no bones, I have no spirit left in me whatsoever. And I was like, okay, you got to figure this out. I guess we'll use these jump rings. Um, like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? So then I was like, girl, what's happening is on your weekend, you were cramming in like hours and hours and hours of recording. And then you're going live, and then you're waking up the next day and doing hours and hours and hours of recording in this like sort of weird manic rush. But also, like, when I get done doing recording, then it's like on Sunday, what I do is like I meal prep for the week, and then like I do all the cleaning and housework that I was supposed to do. Those are too big. Um, and like I do all this extra stuff once I get done. So on Sundays I like stop recording at about like 4 or 5 o'clock, and then it's just like boots on the ground until about 7:38, 8:30 sometimes, depending on like when I actually stop recording. And then it's like eat, shower, go to bed, get up and go to work. So I was like, well, no wonder you're so exhausted because like I'm just not taking any minutes to rest, even on the weekend when I'm supposed to be resting. So I was like, oh, you got to figure this out because this is not sustainable. Although I can say I do sleep very well Tuesday nights, which is nice, but not the way. So, I got to work on that. Hello, Candle Smoke Cottage. I'm glad that you made it. We're making bookmarks. 8 p.m. on a week. I can't even conceptualize that. Like at 8 p.m. I'm ready and raring to go to do other things in my house, not out of my house. I'm not leaving my house. But like I try to get into bed around like 10, and then I realize that I am forgetting what I'm doing. Wide awake for the next 3.5 hours. So if I'm lucky, the next 3.5 hours. Well, thank you. Not gotten very far, so hopefully it lives up to the hype. So we're gonna make a little loop with our beading chain so that we can hang a little charm from it. And I need le jump ring to do so. Not jump ring. What's this called? Crimp bead. It's a crimp bead. So this one's too small. This one is bigger, but I don't think I have a crimp cover the right size. Yeah, that's going to be too big for this. So medium it is. Yeah, I go to sleep at 10 to start my wind down at 8 in bed. Otherwise, I'm a pain in the ass. Yeah, you know, honestly, if I was smarter, I would start winding down sooner. But, like, my wind down is, like, rigorous. You know what I mean? Like, I have a bunch of stuff to do, and I'm like, okay. You know, like, I gotta make sure the cats get their treats. And then I'm like, all right, turn their heating pads on, shut off all the lights, do this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then by the time I sit down, it's like 9:30, and I'm like, okay, well, time to doom scroll until you're actually tired. And that's the process that I live by. What am I looking for? My little crimper. So like I said at the beginning, we're going to do some with beading wire and some with head pins so that you can see both ways. You can really do it either way. I think just the bonus of using beading wire is that you can actually make your little dangly charmy bit as long as you want. So make sure that they're separated, or at least not crossed inside the crimp tube. And that didn't do the thing. So one more time. And this is going to fight me at watch. Give it another press. And then, no, it didn't do the thing. I struggle with crimping all the time. And I'm considering getting like this tool called a magic crimper, which is supposed to like make this part really easy. But then like I'm also doubtful, like if I get it, it will make my life easier because I feel like this is a failure on my part. Like it's just me having the error, not the actual crimping itself. Like all that's working. I work from home and keep terrible hours, so I'm eating dinner at the moment. You know what? To be fair, don't feel bad because I haven't even had dinner. I think my husband is similar to you, though. He's a proper night owl. Lizanne, there are no dumb questions, only the ones that are unasked. Are these bookmarks for junk journals or real books? They are for either. They can be for any book that you would like to put them in. I measured them to paperback book size, but you could measure them out to your junk journal and use them that way. They'll fit on all sorts of things. My husband's eating his dinner too, and it's half midnight. You know, that's fair. When you're hungry, I'm not gonna lose sleep trying to separate these. But this one has something inside of it. I just cannot win. We may skip this step, and then I'll probably come back and do it afterwards. But I would like to do at least one. Oh yeah, you're absolutely in good company. Okay, so usually this is easier if you drive it down into your mat, but I didn't do that. So, Struggle City, here we come. Party of one. Oh, what fun. Ooh. Well, that ain't half bad. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. That looks like I did it on purpose, except that part of it is maybe sneaking out the side. But it's in there, and that's really all that matters right now. If it bugs me too much, I'll fix it afterwards. So, we're going to cut ourselves a little length. Make sure we don't knock this over because I will cry for days. And let's get some beads. So, let's see. We got a little black agate here that I think will be very cute. Hola! And should probably use some of these bicones. Yeah, that's what we'll do. For the old razzle dazzle. And we'll just go black agate, bicone, black agate. It is okay, April. Thank you for asking. Just a little bit of weakness today, but it is all right. How's that? Could we keep going? We could keep going. I just want the other color that I know is in here. There we go. A little more agate. The other color of bicone. And maybe we finish with an agate. Ooh, no, we finish with the other color that's sitting here and not being part of the party. There, I think that's pretty good. So then we're gonna get our little loop. Nope, we're gonna get our crimp bead. Drop that in there, and then loop it onto our bookmark. How would I season a Japanese sweet potato? The same way I would season a regular sweet potato. They don't really taste that much different. Japanese sweet potatoes are just starchier. And then we're just going to thread it through. We'll just go through a couple of the beads. You don't want it to be super locked in. You want it to still be able to swing around and have some movement, so don't make your loop super small. And then let's see if I can make this one work this time. So like I said, the only benefit to using the wire method for this is that you can make these super long. So if you want to have more like super dangly charms and bits, you can using this method as opposed to using the head pin. But either way, you're still going to get some really good results. Yes, that's very fancy. I mean, I guess you could also do like a ribbon bookmark if you didn't have the little leather mouth closure bits. You could probably do it just by sealing off the edges with a little bit of glue or like with a little bit of fire. And then you could probably, like, you know, where's my extra piece of ribbons? You know, like you could seal it off and then maybe like glue or sew it down like this and then just like thread your stuff through this way, like your little jump ring through to hold on to your charms or whatever. Or you could fold it over, you know, make sure that you have a nice clean edge, and then hit it with your crocodile and like set an eyelet in there and then attach your charms and stuff to it that way. So there are other ways without having the special fancy closure to do this yourself. Yes, we always celebrate fire here. Hooray, fire! The way in which, like, for Paper Doll Brawl, that I was excited to set that stuff on fire, you guys, I can't even begin to tell you how stoked I was that day to burn all my stuff. And honestly, if I can find a reason to add fire to a project, I will. almost got it. Is this going to be the one where it works out and everything is perfectly happy, hunky-dory? The 1 in 5,000 crimp? No, but it still looks better than the first one. So, good job, us. So I think for this one, I'm going to add like a bigger charm on the end of this one and then a little tiny charm on this one. So maybe our little tiny bat guy. He's really cute. And a heftier charm. Bigger bat guy. It was definitely fun. Look at you guys, all these little firebugs in the comments. I'm glad that I'm not alone in that regard. I can feel it coming through the TV how excited I was. I'm glad that you were excited for me. Thank you. I was definitely probably more excited than an adult person should be to set stuff on fire. There we go. They're right there. So let's see. I'll use a nice big loop for the nice big charm. Also so it has some free range to move nicely on this side. And then on this side, we'll add our little bats. Can I do it with my fingers? I shouldn't. That's how I chew up my fingernails. I hope that you guys get a chance, though, to try some of this, like, paper doll stuff. Like, for the paper doll brawl, these prompts are, like, really fun. And I think they're general enough, but also specific enough to, like, do a lot of fun things with. So there's one. And if we wanted to, we could add another charm up here, which I kind of want to, because more is more. So I like this little flying bat. How much movement is there? We'll use the bigger one. If I just set something on fire and send you a pic, will that do for now? Yes, absolutely. Thank you. So there we go. We have our little gaggle of bats. And so you can see in this tore up book what it looks like. You would like to stick it in here, right? This is the page you're saving. And then, like, it hangs out the bottom. So you have this really pretty charm to go with your books. And then this little tiny charm on the top. And yeah, this is fun. So let's make another one. Let's do the head pins so you can see what they look like. I buried them. There they are. So, like, the only difference is that you're not going to have as much real estate because you're going to make a loop at one end of these. So you got to be a little more choosy. So let's start with this silvery bluish little bicone. And let's go with a little pearl. And something red, huh? Picky choosy. There are 4 piles of brush that need to be burned in my backyard. Bonfire soon. So fun! Bring your marshmallows. Oh, jeez. Ooh. I have these matte ones that I think will be like a really good counterpoint to this shiny glass one. Ah. does look really cool. I have to make them. I might have the patience for them. I think you can. I think you can. It's not super fussy. Like, outside of the fact that I glued my fingers a million times, you'll be much more careful, I'm sure, so you're not going to have that problem. But that was honestly the fussiest bit. Like, once you get all those little ends on, or you get, like, your ends ready to go, like, this is the fun part, just decorating them. And getting to pick out some fun charms and stuff. So here we go, this one. And then we're just going to, we only need about a centimeter, or like 3/8 of an inch, which is typically this much of your finger. Your finger size may vary. Hold on, now I'm doubting myself. Here we go. And then we're just going to give it a roll. And then I'm going to come back and straighten that out a little bit. And then make sure it's closed. So there's one little bit. And since we're using the bigger one, I think it'll be okay to do like a couple little dangly bits. Make it little, like a little chunky charm action going on in the back here. Hey, Tony. No, I have faith in you. You could absolutely do it. Because look at me. I can do it, you can do it. And my hands are definitely a mess. And I try to avoid most messes, but, like, I don't mind getting my hands inky, but glue covered is, like, this is driving me crazy. I want to scratch all my skin off. So we're going to make a loop so we can pop our little charm in there. Okay, apparently I don't know what loops look like, because I keep making them teardrop shaped. Not that that's bad. I usually make more circular loops. So, let's decorate this. We have some red in here. Get a second one out. And let's see. Maybe just the reverse. And let's use this little silvery sheen obsidian. Look how pretty that is. This is the skin of a killer, Bella. Maybe nail polish remover rather than actual skin remover. You know, I will try it first. I promise. If you see in my next couple of videos a bunch of bandages on my finger, you'll know that we were not successful. Let's see. All right, I like that combo. So, what do you think? We need a cool charm for the bottom. I've got a bunch of these flying bats. I have some sleepy bats. I've got a rose. A stamped out rose charm. I don't know if you guys can see. Stamped out rose charm. I got a bunch of these little red bats. Ooh, I have a bunch of bleeding hearts. I don't want to use the skulls. I didn't use skulls in a lot of the stuff I made, so I don't want to use those. I've got different bats and bones. Lots of skull. I did want to use the skulls. And maybe we'll use the rose on the other side, because it's hefty. This rose is really hefty, actually. It's also one of the weirdest things I've ever got. The heart? Okay. Let's do the heart. And a red bat. I have the supplies. These roses, though, are the weirdest things. They're like metal, right? But somebody spray painted them. So they're very matte and very cool, but like also very weird. So let's see. What do I need? I need a jump ring. I probably could, yeah, and get like the silver to come up a little bit. They would definitely take a sanding, which would be very interesting. And I am very tempted to do that right now that you've mentioned it. The old distress. Oh my god, that's Nico. Hi, Nico. Just hit me with her whiskers like a spider in the dark. Okay, do it. Okay, yeah. I will definitely allow myself to be peer pressured into that because I am also intrigued as to what the results will be. Let's see. Is this tubing? Let's use the velvet. It's gonna be a lot on the velvet, but like worth it. Is Citizen Kane with the single rose? Nico says hi. Her very demure fashion of coming over for a single pet and then sitting out of reach. Just to be extra silly. Get out of there. This one's going to be very extra. Get on there. I want to be close, but not so it's convenient to you. 100%. Yes, I like that. It's going to sound great on your books, too. Okay, where's my sandpaper? If you were my sandpaper, you would be... I swear I just grabbed another... Oh, there it is. Sanding disc. It is covered in something. What did I sand last time? It was for Patreon, whatever it was. Do you remember? Okay, let's see. Ooh. I don't know what it is. Seeing the single rose, I don't think about Citizen Kane, but I do think about the Seal song, Kiss from a Rose, but specifically the cover by Violet Orlandi and Dan Vasc. It's fantastic. By the way, they are some of my favorite cover, like, metal cover type people. They do, like, hard metal covers of songs. Not together, but, like, they collaborated on this one in particular. I can't get, like, the leaf detail to come through. Hold on. Get off here. Oh, that's kind of neat. That was a good idea. See if we can get all those edges. Look at that. Hold on. Where's the light? I am holding it closer so that you can see. Now it's got a little dimension, a little character. Like that a lot. Of course, we got little bits of paint everywhere now, but no biggie. Nico, why do you only do shenanigans when I'm live? Or recording. She does it when I'm recording, too. Alright. I love this sound. What are you doing? That box of paper is specifically not for you. I hate to break it to you. Nico. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but she's digging around in my paper stuff right now. So, book has been marked. And we have our little rose hanging out on the top. Can you get down, please? Please and thank you. Please. Come on. That is not down. That is the opposite of down. That is actually farther away. Where's my ruler so I can poke you? Okay, she got down. Give you 14 of them right now. Well, give me 14 monies. And you can have them. Alright, next one. Let's use this crookedy, jankety head pin. And let's go for a little, like, garnet. Will this fit on here? These ones have very, very tiny holes. The super specific price point, right? A little snowflake obsidian. And ooh, that's some blood. Those little drops. The price is the mystery because I don't know off the top of my head what I would price these for. So honestly, best offer. That's what I got for you right now. Oh, that's fun. But could it be more fun? Yes, it could always be more fun. What do we think? Hold on. How about these? I was eyeballing them as I was assembling. Oh, but you know what? I actually have beads that match the pattern on this precisely. Alright, so we still have the garnet bead on there. So let's pop this in. Back with our snowflake obsidian. And our little drops. I was going to use these to do like a blood droppy, drippity thing. But, the hole in them is very tiny, but also very strangely placed. So I couldn't get like jump rings through them, and then I got really frustrated, so that idea didn't pan out. Okay, send me $15, and I will send 7. I don't know. I'll send you some. Oh, see? There's better offers already. For one? Wow. Okay. Is that what we're pricing them at? I haven't really considered anything. I thought about doing a video on pricing. Somebody asked me to do a video on how I price my journals, and I've been thinking about it, but at the same time, I'm like, it's going to sound so outrageous when I tell you guys how I do this that I don't know if this is the best video. Like, I might get canceled. Break the neck action. This one's a lot more rounder. I finally figured it out. I don't know. That's just what I'm paying. Yeah, it's handmade. Yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe for 2. That's fun. Head pin. So I like menacingly tap my little rounders here. They keep getting stuck inside of my little brace. Pricing is difficult to get right, because like, you want to charge a fair price, like the market price, and match like market value, and you want to contribute for like all the cost of materials and all the stuff, and then like you want to pay yourself a fair wage, but also you want to sell your things, right? And sometimes you get stuck in these predicaments where you're like, if I underprice it, people will definitely buy it, but then you're just sort of screwing yourself over. And that's no good. And then people tend to expect that you will sell things for cheaper, so you can't ever raise your pricing, because people are expecting, this certain amount. And let's repeat this, but do different. What am I saying? So, because people are expecting your prices to be lower because you already lowballed yourself, and then they get very offended when you raise your prices, and then you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? Because I actually need to make money, like selling the things that I'm selling. Otherwise, what's the point? Okay, I have an idea. Second verse, same as the first. What am I saying? Words. So essentially, it's very like a very tricky situation. But then also like the fallacy that we fall behind is that if everybody is setting their prices super low, then other people's work gets devalued in the process. Not this. This is too tall. And so like you're inadvertently devaluing other people's work, because people will be like, oh, well, so and so makes it for cheaper. So why would I pay you this much money, even if, your materials are different, your time is different, like all the stuff that you're sort of factoring in is different, or that other person is just severely undercharging for their work. And then you have to sort of argue with people about this kind of stuff. I'm not going to make this it's not going to happen this way. So we're going to let go of part of this idea, this twisty part. I guess it just depends what your time is worth, isn't it? Because if you're spending 3 months slaving over intricate details, then you gotta expect that it's not gonna be cheap. That's 100% for sure. For sure. Well, thank you, April. I will I will hook you up. You can pick which ones at the end. There is a thing that you price too low, people don't see its value too. 100%, yes. Because now you gotta like justify your pricing if you go up, right? Like if you are pricing too low, then everyone's like, oh, well, it's only paper and it's only this or whatever. And then they encounter somebody else who prices more, and then they're like, why? Because it's only paper. And it sort of disregards all the time and energy and artistry that went behind it, all the skills you had to learn before you could even begin putting it together, and the stuff that you developed along the way. Like that stuff costs money, that costs time, and time is money. We've been taught that. I think the demand for them is a lot higher in the US than UK, as I do see that UK sellers ask for less because we're just a tight bunch. And I think people don't understand why they should be a higher price. Sellers definitely struggle in the UK. Yeah. I can see that too. Most of the people who watch my channel are in the US, and then the second highest is the UK, and then it's Australia. So that's basically where the predominant majority of the junk journal community is. So yeah, you gotta really kind of sell this stuff, this concept to people. because I just don't think they get it. You know, especially when you're looking at like mass made, like for the market journals, and people are like, well, I could write in anything, and you're like, yeah, but anything is not what I made you. I made you a special junk journal with like, you know, significance and value behind it and all sorts of things. Let's get a little sleepy bat action here. And that'll look nice. And we'll probably just pair them with another one of these red bats because they're so cute. Or one of the flying bats. A little flying guy up top. I think that'll be fun. I like the silver, like the pop of silver, but I also kind of want to wrap this and stick it on the other end. Have like our little blood drop. Is that crazy? Perhaps. I'm not the best at brio wrapping, so you guys are going to get an experience. And this is me playing around with stuff and wasting wire. But let's see. Okay. Make my little bend. I suppose you could make these really bougie and fancy too if you wanted to. I don't know. Pricing is a whole bag of worms. So maybe there is like a need for a video about it to sort of like demystify it, because I do follow a very specific formula for pricing, and it's not like fancy. You know, it's not something mysterious that needs to be like well guarded. Or anything like that. So yeah, I probably could do that. I gotta think about it. Make sure I do it right, because I don't want to like mess around and say the wrong thing. Oh, this is hard to do with your hand in a brace. So it might not be the best wrap. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Message me. I would love to hear it. That just rocket launched somewhere. I will find it with my feet later, don't worry. And it's not the best wrap, but we can fix it. Now it looks like we did that on purpose. I just got this wire, and it's like it's supposed to be a stainless steel wire. I don't think it is. It's definitely not giving stainless steel, but also already looks tarnished, which I'm not mad at because I like the grungy oldness of it, but also I'm like, weren't you new? Isn't this why I ordered you? Ooh, look at that. It even poked me. So we got glue, we got battle wounds, all sorts of stuff going on. This way, then this way. I'm going to wrap this directly onto the thing so I don't have to use another jump ring. So it's not my worst brio wrap, so cheers for that. Yet, though, I haven't finished it, so I should probably not speak so soon. Okay, go to the other side because your hands are weird. And we're going to wrap down. What? Oh, you know the craziest thing I've heard this week? I have a BD friend that you guys have seen her. She's popped into the lives a couple of times. Her name is Colleen, and she did a live on her channel, and I missed it. I'm sad that I missed it because a bunch of random people got in and were super ugly to her, to the point where she had to end her live and then come on later on and talk about it. And it was just, it's so sad. She's such a nice lady, and she's super sweet and lovely and all those things. And I was just like appalled at the idea that people just showed up in her live and like talked mad shit on her. And you know, like, she was talking a little bit about the privacy settings, because when you go live, you have the option to make your live unlisted so that you can share the link with just a few select people, or to make it for your members only so that like only your channel members can see, or to make it public. And there's nothing in those settings to make it so that just the people who follow you can see. There's no way to set it up for that. And I think she wouldn't have had any issues if she could do that. But when you set your live to go public, it goes public everywhere, and it gets like promoted, especially if your channel is doing the algorithm. You know, if it's algorithming, it's going to show up on shorts and stuff like that, so anybody can see your live and just pop into it. And it was just crazy to me that people were so ugly to her. Um, they were random people, absolutely random people. Amethyst. There was nobody she knew. Um, and they just popped in to be like super, super ugly to her. Yeah, this is not the best wrap I've ever done. My wrist hurts, guys. Cut me some slack. But it looks good. It works. It does the thing. We have our blood drop. Yeah, absolutely. There's no reason to just jump in at random and be like super crazy rude to somebody you don't know, to a stranger. 100%. If you have nothing nice to say, just shut the heck up. But I think it's honestly just like people who just get joy out of bringing other people down, because they're already kind of low, so they want other people to be down in the muck with them. And it's just so sad. She's so, so nice, you guys. I couldn't even believe it, because she's just a sweetheart. And she's so bubbly and, like, has really vibrant energy. And I was just like, who heard her speak and then was like, I'm gonna, like, ruin her life and ruin her day. It's so weird. People can be that way in comments, but in a live is wild work. Yeah, absolutely. In a live is crazy. And I'm like, I'm mad that I wasn't in this live, because I absolutely would have lit some people up in that comment section. They would not have gotten away unscathed, because I absolutely would have been keyboard warrior serving up some justice for her, because what the fuck. Um, but yeah, I get weird comments all the time. Um, and so that one I'm kind of used to. But like, they're not like personal attacks, in my comments. They're just sort of weird random things where I think like translation's not coming through, or people's like synapses aren't all firing when they're typing up comments. So I'm like, all right, like, we're gonna work this through together. I haven't actually gotten like a really negative, nasty comment in a long time. So like, I've now summoned the internet trolls to come do their work. But you know, even then, I don't take it to heart. And you guys know my habit of pinning people who leave me ugly comments and then challenging them to a fight in the comments. So like, I'm not worried about it. And I think that's probably part of it, is that I just don't like, I don't really let it get to me like that. Um, I don't take them personally. I just try to figure out like what the heck is going on. This one does not have such a jingly sound. It's still fun though. They're big old blood drops. All right. Yes, with April with all the pins. Absolutely, I will pin your heinous comment to the top so everybody can see what a jerk you are. So there we go. We have our little bloody drop. And then our little bat gallery down here. And we have one more, and then I'm going to jump off here, because I just realized how long we've been live. It's been a minute. Here's the last one. So we'll do another wire one. And I think I'm unraveling the bottom wire. They're definitely not, it's not supposed to be this way. So I will figure that out later. So good that I haven't come across your rebuttals. Though I'm glad that it means that I haven't seen you get negative comments, but I'd fully get the popcorn out. 100%. I will message you the next time I get an ugly one so that you can see it, because I absolutely will light some people up in the comments. I have no qualms about it. Because it's my channel. So like, you came to me to be stupid and ugly. Like, that's wild. That's a choice that you made. So yeah, definitely gonna make sure that you feel like it was worth it. Let's see. Can we do this simply and easily? Boom. Look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. It's not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing at all. Why do I have the hiccups? I don't know. Honestly, though, if somebody leaves a negative comment on one of your guys' channels, tell me immediately. Like, summon me to the chat, because I live for that kind of stuff. And I will absolutely, and I'll do it with my main page too. I used to do it with my my other like channel, not my other channel, my other page. Like, I have another account here on YouTube that I hardly log into anymore. But I used to go in there with my alias, so to speak, and then just light people up in the comments. But I'm like, you know what? I want people to see that this is me, and that I will absolutely defend my friends in these comments. So like, yeah, if somebody is ugly to you, please tell me, because I will come and I will let them know. Huh. And apparently if I don't think about it, I can do it right. Yes, April. April knows for sure, knows the truth. I will come through. Ooh, I'm losing one. All right. So let me just get the crimp tube out of here and the little cover, so I don't have to keep playing with this box. And what should we use? Let's use this one. It's got like a really pretty, like, bluish like finish to it. So it's like a red bead with like a blue finish to it. I don't know if you guys can see, if it'll pick up on camera. For whatever reason, my lighting is butt. Like, the time changed and all of a sudden my lights were like, nah, we don't know how to work. It's a pretty bead. That's basically all I'm trying to say. And, ooh, sparkly. Sparkly bead. And have a little howlite action. Ooh, hold on. This is a black onyx, which is a really good dupe for obsidian. I have obsidian. I actually have a really large obsidian bead, but I think it's probably too large for this. Well, it's probably not, but you know, the onyx works. It's doing its stuff. And a little sparkly bead. And hopefully you guys have some ideas. I've given you some alternatives so that there are definitely ways to do this without all of the stuffs. So you can try it out for yourselves. And as per usual, I would love to see it if you do. I need to trim this because it's going to stick out the top. So, get in here. I suddenly have a desire to watch Mortal Kombat. You guys ever just feel like that? Where, like, there's like a movie that you just suddenly like need to see all of it, like, for no reason, just like the wave comes over you. Like, I could hear the theme song in my brain as I was like stringing this up. And now I must watch the totally normal thing that I just said. That is definitely not a unique experience. Other people feel that way too. Hopefully. Oh, well, that makes sense. I was like, why am I like struggling to get back through this bead? And it's because I let the other bead run all the way up here. Um, so I'm stringing 3 wires through as opposed to 2, which is not going to work. So we're just going to trim it further down. Definitely, yes. I have a few faves like that. I can't think what though. Okay. So I don't feel so weird as I'm sitting here being like dun 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 dun. I'm not gonna do the theme song because I don't want to get demonetized. But you know enough of the hardest theme song to go for a movie ever. Dogma maybe. Sometimes I get an urge to watch that, but then I don't because it's all I'm driving. Honestly, I can feel that. I love Dogma. And it's definitely a good movie to watch while driving. So yeah, it's definitely a car movie. All right. Don't be a jerk. Just do the work. That's what you're Loki. Oh, I didn't know that. I figured it was like the god. I did not know that's what you named your dog after. That's really cool. All right. Smush. Okay. Let me think. What other movies are like that for me? You know what other movie? Aladdin. I get like the sudden urge, like the compulsion to go see Aladdin. Not the live action, the actual animated one. Oh my god, I fell asleep. Well, welcome back, Lori. We're on our very last bookmark. So you still have some time. I'm glad that I was able to soothe you to a gentle realm of sleep. I haven't seen it in years. Can't play slow key. Like I said, in the 90s or whatever it came out when I grew up, and you had a dog, you'd be called Loki after Matt Damon. Oh, yeah. Loki is Matt Damon's character. Which is just a very, very interesting choice for names in that movie. But no, I love that movie. I actually just watched it not that long ago. Probably in February I watched it. Welcome back to the land of the semi-living. Okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Was string this onto the thing, so now I have to use the jump ring. It's fine. It's not a big deal. So what do we think about this last one? It should definitely have a bloody heart at the end. What if Alan Cummings, or Alan Cummings, oh my gosh. I put that in there. It's not what it says. Alan Rickman's greatest roles. I don't know why I just thought about Alan Cummings all of a sudden. Also a very good actor, but it is one of Alan Rickman's better roles. And what's that one he does? Was it Sense and Sensibility? Where he plays the... Oh, I forget. It's the Bronte novel, right? He's in that one. Not gonna look it up. Love Actually is good. But no, it's a period one where he plays he's like a general or something, but he marries this girl and he's like absolutely fraught over her being sick, and he rides across the countryside to like bring a doctor to her. Oh, I can't remember it, but I feel like it's a Dickinson or a Bronte novel that that he was in, that they turned into a movie. That's what I meant. That was the whole sentence. That's gonna bug me. I'm gonna look that up afterwards because that'll drive me crazy. Love Actually was good too, but you know what? Love Actually makes me mad, so I don't watch it. Oh, it's a fantastic movie. I'm so mad that I cannot remember what it is. It was really good. And I don't really, like, care for a lot of period pieces, but I do enjoy stuff like that every so often. Um, and that's just one that, like, stands out in my brain because he was just he was so good in it. Sense and Sensibility, yes. Okay, I feel better. I feel vindicated. I was about to, like, be mad at myself for not remembering. And a bat. Okay, everybody has to watch it then, apparently. Nobody else has seen it but me, so yes, definitely watch it. And let me know what you think about his performance in the movie. It's so good. Like that. And now we get some weight on this other side. What do I have that's a weighty? I don't want to use the same things. I have a coffin, which is not weighty at all. But we can make it weighty. Ooh, but I have exactly equal pairs, and they'd probably make cuter earrings. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I actually do have something. It's right here on my cart. I have these very hefty charms. I've got nothing to do for 6 weeks, so I'll give it a go and see if I can stream it for free. I hope you can find it for free. You should. It's not a new movie by any means, so, like, it should be very available for free. These are all gold and everything is silver. Maybe this butterfly, because it's all black. Oh, this is also silver. This skull. I'm not mad at this skull. No, that's a cool earring. I know that. It has a pair. Look at this guy. He's like bones, but no feet. I think I'm going to make him an upside down, like, little earring. So you can be like, ah! That's not important. We're not going to do that. Nothing else silver. Just some legs. I think I chopped off the top part for something else. Yeah, I guess that's what we're going with, because the butterfly is cool, but not quite the right vibe. And I would love this. Ooh, I have this in black, though. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's gonna work. And these are hefty. These charms are real heavy. There's the other jump ring. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze again. Don't do it. Flight it. Oh, jeez. Allergies in my living room. Haha. All right. So let's see. We're going to bookmark this page. And look at that. That's cool. It's got a little bit hanging on down here. Doing cool stuff with its bats and its heart. Okay, cool. So, that's what I'm going to make for right now. I'm going to make a couple more to put with the jewelry collection for the drop. Probably not that many more, just like a couple. Get out of my way so I can show you. We'll save that for later. I don't want to spill anything. Since April is still here, April, you can pick which two that you would like, and I will send them to you. Oh, wait a minute. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You tell me. But that's what we made. It only took an hour and a half, but we made 4 bookmarks. Definitely 3. Yes, yes. Good choice. They're really fun and super easy to make. And like I said, once you get the ends situated, it is pretty smooth sailing, and you get to do all the fun little creative bits and have a play. And it's a really great way to use up your beads, too. 3 and 2. Ta-da! These are April's. These are 2 will make it to the drop. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for hanging in for me. I hope that you love them. I hope that you try them. And like I said earlier, you can definitely make these for your junk journals. They don't have to be book size. You can also make them bigger for like hardcover books. And it's really cool, especially if you have like a series of books that you're reading through. You could make one to like match the series and then use it as you're reading through, and then just save it with that book on your shelf, and then you'll have pretty like decorations on your bookshelf too. Because all your books will be bedazzled. But I think it'll be really cool. Also, it's a cool insert for just junk journals in general, because now you can be like, also, here's a bonus bookmark. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Everybody take care. Take care of yourselves. I appreciate your faces. I will definitely catch you guys all on the next one. I have videos. I have things. I got stuffs coming up. I look forward to exciting things to come, and definitely go check out Lori's video over at Paper Doll Brawl so that you can see what I do on the next one. And what else? Go watch this week's Storycraft. Not enough of you watched it, and I'm very sad because it was hilarious, and I really was proud of this one. So go watch it. The story is great. But that's it, you guys. I appreciate your faces. I will catch you all in the next one. Happy crafting, guys. Bye. Good night, y'all.